Hi everyone, this is Brian Eisenberg. Today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about the anatomy of a perfect mobile landing page. Recently, I've shared how mobile landing experience is a lot different than the desktop landing experience. And a lot of people, when they're trying to create them, try to go for a responsive design so that they change the way it's presented, the information on a mobile device versus a desktop device, but it's still the same type of information, just presented slightly differently. The problem with that is that the way your users, or just you and I, consume information on a mobile device is a lot more like snacking than sitting down for a full course dinner. And so what I shared was that desktop browsing is exactly like a full course dinner, right? You're sitting down, you're prepared, you're ready to do your research. But mobile browsing is like snacking. And so you have to be careful not to overdo it and stuff them with snacks. And so as a quick comparison, I pulled up three different landing pages for pretty much identical products, mobile credit card readers. I've done this before when I've looked at the anatomy of a landing page and how to prioritize actions, when I've looked at Intuit's, PayPal's, and Square's. And so let's take a look at these three different landing page experiences. So this is the one from Intuit. And again, if you look at this, you know, it's just a handful of screens, not a huge amount of information. They kind of buried more of the information further down, which is great. Now let's take a look at Square's. So it's a few more screens, but you see it's very light. Big headlines, a little bit of text. Again, not overwhelming. Now you go to PayPal's, which is definitely done in a responsive design, and you can see it is purely overwhelming. They are stuffing you with information. There's no way anybody can snack on a page like this. So this is not going to be an effective approach to solving your mobile conversion problems. We definitely need to understand what are the ingredients that make a successful landing page. Now, I've spoken about the anatomy of a landing page, of a desktop landing page, and what are the ingredients that go in that. But just like in creating a dough, the recipes are all alike, right? We're going to use flour, we're going to use water, we're going to use yeast, we're going to use salt, right? From that same massive dough, I can create bagels, I can create baguettes, I can create French bread, I can create, right, all different kinds of product. The thing is that it's going to always come out to be a different product based on a number of things, right? One, how I prepare it, what other things I might do to the dough. But just like in creating landing pages, right, the experience and the tools that we bring to it are going to influence what the final product is and the quality of the final product, right? If you're a copywriter, your focus on a landing page is going to be purely on the words. It's not going to be on the layout and the prioritization of how the visual hierarchy of the page shows up. If you're into SEO, right, you're probably going to focus a lot on keywords. If you're into testing experimentation, you may focus a lot more on what are the elements that you can keep changing rapidly. If you're more design-oriented, again, the layout may look beautiful, very much like Square. They're very heavy on design. They're beautiful pages. But again, you know, you may not have enough copy on there. So every single one of these brings a different slant to it. And the fact is, a really good page needs a little bit of a balance between all of these things. And unfortunately, when we look at a lot of landing pages and a lot of web experiences in general, what we see is that different people get to make business decisions that affect the consumer experience that shouldn't be. How many times have you been involved in a situation where, you know, not everything has been defined clearly, and so people from IT who are developing the pages might go ahead and make decisions about how flows should go, or you know, what your form delivery would be. And so there's a lot of different factors that go in here. Again, are the designers making business decisions? Well, the truth of the matter is the marketers and the executives should be making what impacts the consumer experience, and that should be the ultimate decision on how to make a successful landing page. So let's talk about specifically what are the ingredients that go into making a successful mobile landing page. So when I first created my anatomy of a landing page, I had 9 different landing page sections. One new one has gotten included because of the influence of mobile. It's still relatively the same thing, right? We're going to have a logo, we're going to have a headline. It doesn't matter whether it's the headline's graphical or textual and combined with an image behind it. It doesn't really matter. We're going to have an offer. Offers are critical. People have to know why they're landing there, right? What is the value that they're going to get? from engaging with you. We need some descriptive copy to explain what the offer is. We need a product or service presentation. We need calls to action. People need to know what action you want them to take. And then we need confidence building elements to help them build that confidence in order to know and feel comfortable taking that call to action. And then the one that got added because of mobile and local is the contact information, right? They need to know your phone number, your address, where you're located, maybe your store hours. All those kinds of things are really critical to include today. Links to more information. Again, not everyone's ready to buy today, so you may want to stagger it out so they can dig deeper if they want to, if they have the time. And of course, any standard template elements like copyright information, that kind of stuff. So terrific. What do I do now that I know about these 10 main landing page sections? Well, you can start with your current landing pages, and what you can do is you can create an overlay for each one of these sections. And for example, on this landing page, you'll notice that I only have 6 different elements. What that means is that there are 10 out of the 10 elements, there are 4 that are missing. So it's very easy to come back in here and say, oh, well, maybe we need to figure out how we can go ahead and improve this landing page by adding in the other 4 elements, right? There's no contact information. Well, can we get the contact information there? So that's the way you do it. Well, now let's look at a mobile landing page. And so here's actually a pretty good mobile landing page. I did a search for a dentist in Austin, and I found this landing page, and you can see here kind of the flow. It's not overly done. They show all the locations, different ways to connect with them. A great call to action. You see there their local information, their contact information, right? Their hours are all on there, their phone number. They have confidence building, all the different brands that they take, the insurance providers, a couple of testimonials. So everything is here, and this is a really good mobile landing page. Now I want to compare that to another one that I found, right? Well, I did the same search. And if you look at this landing page, again, it's not overwhelming, doesn't seem overly confusing, but once you overlay the elements, you realize, hey, there's one of these main elements that are missing. There's only 9 out of the 10. What's missing? Well, we don't have an offer or descriptive copy of an offer. All they talk about is a smile makeover, but they're not telling you what you get if you come in for a smile makeover. Is it a special price? Is it a special consultation? What they do want you to do from a call to action perspective is schedule a consultation and press the button. They could have just included the form there. And I think that's an important thing to look at, right? Whenever you look at the page, not only are you looking for what's missing, but you can look at each one of these elements and say, is this the best confidence building element that I have? Maybe, maybe not. Is this the best way for me to represent our product? Maybe, maybe not. Are these the right links? Is this the best way to put a call to action? Right, and so once you start looking at that, you can now improve each element. And I basically look at 5 key parts of that anatomy to define what elements I want to improve. Number 1, can I make any element more relevant to the persona or to the visitor that's coming right now? Right? Can I personalize it? Can I personalize it? How can I make it more relevant? The quality. Can I write it better? Can I design it better? Can I make it look nicer? Right? Those are the things that are going to matter. Location. Where is it on the page? And I've done a number of things of how you can use tools like Fengui, and we can share some of those videos in the text along with this video that will go ahead and help you understand how you need to prioritize things so things are in the right place. Right? Generally, you want your offer near your call to action. Right? Confidence building materials also near your calls to action. Proximity. You want things close together, right? So not only do you want them, let's say towards the top of the page, but you want them close together. And then prominence, what's standing out on the page, right? You don't necessarily want, your links to more information to stand out better than your call to action. That would be a problem. So those are the type of things that I look at when I look at the anatomy. And by using this tool and kind of a checklist of the 10 million sections, I can get a much better sense of what's working and what's not. So please go ahead, as you create your new landing pages, use these 10 elements and these 5 dimensions to improve your landing page. Thank you very much. Best of luck on your mobile landing page.